Hello, welcome to Pilates with Gilly. This is a complete beginner's Pilates class which will take approximately 30 minutes long. Remember, with Pilates, you want to take your time. Listen to what your body is telling you. If you need to rest, rest. That is not a problem. We want to remember to breathe in through the nose, out through the mouth. And I'll teach you how to engage that core and how to get a proper workout. Hope you enjoy the class. Let's get started. Okay, what I want you to do is to lay flat on your mat and just relax the body and start to breathe in through the nose and out through the mouth. As we're breathing, what I want you to do is to just be aware of what parts of your body are touching the ground, what parts of the body are lifted up. Maybe you've got one shoulder closer to the ground than the other shoulder. And this is just being aware of what is imbalanced within your body, what's in perfect symmetry, and what needs to be a little bit changed, okay? Don't worry if there's differences on either side of your body. That's the whole purpose of doing Pilates, to try and correct those imbalances. Keep breathing, keep relaxing. So I'm just going to ask you to alter your body. So I want your feet to be just in from your hips. Your shoulders relaxed and your head, you want to be looking up to the sky. You don't want to be tilted and your chin does not want to be on your chest. You want a nice neutral position. So looking up to the sky. If you need support, you can place a towel underneath your neck. And then what we're going to do is we're going to find what's called neutral position. So neutral position is where we have a nice flat pelvis and the natural curve in our back stays the same. So to make sure we've got a neutral pelvis, what I want you to do is to imagine that you've got a tray of marbles balancing on this pelvis and you want to keep them in place. Okay, so you may find that your pelvis needs to tilt a little bit. You may be tilting back already. You may be pushing upwards. So we want to bring it back down to a neutral position. Whilst we're doing this, we want to maintain the natural curve in our back. Not everybody will have a curve there. Some people will be a bit more squashed to the ground. Some people will have a big arch there. So when we put the pelvis in position, we want to be aware of what our back is actually doing. So maybe you need to put your hand under there just to feel what it is doing. So we've got that neutral position now, and we want to maintain that position. So we want to engage our core, also known as our powerhouse. So as we breathe out, keep in neutral position, we're going to pull the belly button in towards the spine, and we're going to lift the pelvic floor, our inner muscles, up towards our belly button, whilst maintaining this nice stable position here. Relax and let's repeat. So as we breathe out, we pull the belly button in, we lift through the pelvic floor, maintaining the neutral position. The rest of the body wants to stay fairly relaxed. And then what you'll notice is if you try to hold this, it becomes a struggle to breathe. So what we need to do is called thoracic breathing, so which keeps our core perfectly still and allows us to expand our rib cage. Okay, so as I'm breathing in through the nose, I'm trying to maintain this position and I'm going to breathe into the rib cage, opening up the rib cage, and then as I breathe out, the rib cage relaxes and the core pulls in that little bit further. So we breathe in through the nose, opening up the rib cage, breathing out, drawing that core in whilst maintaining neutral position. So as we're doing this, we're going to add some movement now. So it's really important to make sure those legs are just in from the hips. Engage in the core. I want you to place your hands on your hips so you can feel what they're doing. So as I breathe out, keeping that core engaged, keeping the hips stable, I'm going to pull one foot in towards the bottom. So I'm here. I breathe in to prepare. Exhale, I push the foot away nice and steady, and I'm going to change legs. Inhale, prepare. Exhale to move. Nice and steady. I come in. Inhale to prepare. Exhale to move the leg away. The reason why I'm holding on to the hips is so I can feel whether they're moving side to side or not. The idea is that we want to keep them as still as possible. It may not be possible straight away, but if you know what your body's doing, you can then work on to improve it. If you're not aware of what your body's doing, you'll never improve. So nice and steady. Inhale to prepare, exhale to move, drawing the belly button in, lifting through the pelvic floor. Trying to maintain neutral position. And then we're going to bring the leg in. We're going to keep it there and then bring the opposite leg in. Nice and steady. Feet just in from the hips. Still trying to maintain neutral position. Okay, from here, what we're going to do is we're going to go into a pelvic tilt. So that curve underneath your back here, I want you to imagine there's a small grape, small piece of fruit under there. As I breathe out and draw the belly button in, I'm going to squash the grape. So I'm squashing the back into the ground and I'm tilting the pelvis backwards, nice and steady, lifting through the pelvic floor. And then I come back to neutral position. So that gap has returned. And then I repeat. So I squash the back into the ground, lifting the pelvis nice and steady, tilting it backward, lifting through the pelvic floor and return. I'm breathing out. I'm breathing in. Nice and steady. Take your time. Remember, everything we do in Pilates is about your own ability. Okay, so listen to what your body's doing. Listen to what it's telling you. If you need to rest at any point, you rest. Everything wants to be slow and controlled. We want to concentrate on the center, the alignment of all our limbs, so the hips, the knees, the feet, they all want to be in line with one another. We want to think about that breathing. From here, we're going to add a little bit of extra on. So as I breathe out, I'm in the pelvic tilt. I'm then going to peel up, nice and steady, lifting the hips up to where I feel comfortable. I'm pulling in those bum muscles, those glutes, then I peel back down. What I mean by peeling is the vertebra wants to peel up. Imagine you're like a string of pearls. Nice and steady, we peel up, we peel down. Each time we come back to neutral. We start with the pelvic tilt, we push the back into the ground and we peel up like that string of pearls, nice and steady. I'm breathing in to come down. I'm breathing out to come up. I'm going to come down. I'm going to find neutral position. I'm going to place my hands on my hips again. I'm going to allow one knee to come out to the side. With without moving this leg, without moving this hip, and come in. I'm going to change sides. Allow the knee to come out to the side and in. Nice and steady. You're doing amazing. Keep that core engaged. Don't allow the knee to come so far out that the hips start to roll. We want to control the motion. And then we come back in. From here, I'm going to place my hands down. I'm going to lift one of my knees up to what's called tabletop position. So as I breathe out, I engage the core and I bring one knee up to tabletop position. The knee is above the hip. We're at 90 degrees at the hips and 90 degrees at the knees. And we slowly come down. I'm going to change legs nice and steady. I'm going to come up and down. We're going to make it a little bit harder. So this time, I bring the knee up. I'm going to bring the second knee up. Nice and steady, maintaining neutral. And I place the foot down, place the foot down. Alternate the side. So I bring the knee up. I bring the second knee up. I place the foot down. I place the foot down. Nice and steady. Keep the core engaged. Nice and steady. Maintaining neutral, drawing that belly button inwards. And relax. We're going to bring the knees to the chest to give those abs a little bit of a rest and to open up that spine. Then we're going to place the legs down nice and straight. Finding neutral position again. We're going to engage the core and I'm going to place my hands down by my side. As I breathe out, drawing the belly button in, I'm going to lift the shoulders up, nice and steady, and slowly come down. I'm allowing the upper abs to work. Nice and steady, I come up and down. I'm breathing out to come up. I'm breathing in to come down. If you start to feel any aching in the neck, rest and turn the head from side to side. And come down, bend the knees, turn the head from side to side, and then we're going to lift the arms up to the sky. I'm going to bring one hand above the head, one hand down by my side, nice and steady, and change over. We're just working on some mobility in the shoulders. If your hand does not touch the ground, do not worry, okay? Over time, it will get there. We're just opening up those muscles. If you sit at a computer all day, you'll probably find this quite difficult. Up to the sky, bring the arms down to the side, place one leg straight. So find your neutral position, engage that core, point the toe. We're going to come up pointy, down flexy. Up pointy, down flexy. Nice and steady. Up pointy, down flexy. And we're going to come up. I'm going to hold behind the leg, keeping this leg bent. I'm going to flex and point. Nice and steady, flex and point. Flex the foot, slowly lower down, slide the foot in and change leg. So place the other leg straight, make sure we're in neutral position, engage the core. We're going to come up pointy, down flexing, nice and steady, breathing in to come up, breathing out to come down. Going to come up, hold behind the leg, push the leg straight, flex and point. Flex, slowly come down. Bend the knees, roll onto your side. Supporting your head, ensuring your feet, bum and shoulders are all in line with one another. Imagine that you've got a pole going through your hips so we can't move backwards and forwards. We don't want to be rolling, we want to stay up. Draw the belly button in, and then we're going to steadily, keeping the feet together, open and close the knees. Nice and steady, open and close. Keep breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth. And relax, well done. In your own time, we're going to slowly change sides. So supporting your head, feet in line with the bottom in line with the shoulders, pole going through the hips, engage the core, keeping the feet together. We open and close the knees, nice and steady. Relax. We're going to go into what's called a child's pose. So roll over. We come onto the knees. Open the knees, feet together. We push the bottom back and we allow the chest and the head to come down towards the ground. Your arms can either be at the front or by your side, whichever is most comfortable for you. We're going to lay on our stomach. Your feet want to be approximately mat's distance apart. We're going to relax our head onto our hands like so. From here, we're going to push the pubic bone into the mat and lift the belly button upwards. Okay, so remember, push the pubic bone into the mat, lift the belly button upwards. So from here, we're going to lift the legs up and down, one at a time, up and down, trying to point the toes if you can. It doesn't matter how high you lift the leg. What matters is that you feel the work into the bottom and the back of the leg. If you're feeling the work into the lower back, we need to push that pubic bone down a little bit more and lift that belly button up a little bit more. You don't want to be feeling any work in the lower back. If you continue to feel the work in the lower back, go back into a child's pose. Relax. Place the hands underneath your shoulders. Again, push the pubic bone down, lift the belly button up. The hands are there for support. They're just there for support. Please remember that. As I breathe in, breathing into the chest, remember I'm lifting the chest up. I'm not pushing through my hands, okay? They're just there to support my body. I breathe in to come up, drawing the belly button in, pushing the pubic bone down, nice and steady. I'm not lifting my head backwards. My head stays in neutral position, following my spine. And relax. Come onto the hands and knees. Hands below the shoulders, knees below the hips. We're going to go into a cat and cow. So we cat up, pushing the spine up, relaxing the head down. We cow down, lifting the head, pushing the tailbone back. And relax, lay down. Feet hips distance apart, bring one foot up to the bum. Hold on to your foot. If you can't reach your foot, take a towel, wrap the towel around the foot and hold, okay? Nice and steady. And change. and release. Place the elbows underneath the shoulders and lift the chest up, feeling a stretch in the abs, keeping the shoulders away from the ears. If you feel comfortable and you've got no pain in the lower back, try to lift up off the elbows, nice and steady. Slowly come down, and we're going to turn onto our back. We're going to bring the knees to the chest. I'm going to start to make small circle massage in the lower back. And change direction. To the center. We're going to hold on to the soles of the feet, in from the knees into a happy baby. If you cannot reach the feet yet, hold on to the back of the legs, okay? We're in this position here, and slowly over time pull those legs a little bit further in, and eventually you're going to be able to get hold of those feet. Breathe in through the nose, out through the mouth. Relax the body. And release. Bend the knees. Arms are going to come out to the side, and you're just going to allow the knees to fall over to the side, keeping the shoulders down on the ground as much as you can. Come to the center, over to the other side. To the center. Slowly sit up. Soles of the feet together. Nice straight back, and we're going to breathe in to lift the knees. Breathe out to lower the knees. Breathe in to lift the knees. Breathe out to lower the knees. And cross the legs. Straight back, relax the shoulder, place one hand to the side, come up and over. Over to the other side. Come to the center. Relax your shoulders. Lift the head up and down. Keep the back as straight as possible. To the center. Turn from side to side. To the center. Arms out to the side. We're going to take some nice deep breaths in through the nose and out through the mouth. In through the nose, out through the mouth. One more time. And we've finished today's class. Thank you very much. I hope you enjoyed the class. This is beginner's class. We do have some intermediate classes on YouTube, so please feel free to give them a go. Or you can contact me directly. All my details are on my YouTube channel. Thank you very much. Have a lovely day. Goodbye.